invoice number 32298, that representative will be looked for based on the invoice number. When we go to the table array, we look for that invoice number vertically. We move down the list. We go to the first column and move down the list. For the HLookup, we go to the first row and move across the list. That's the difference. So it's horizontal lookup. The VLOOKUP is the vertical lookup. The HLookup is the horizontal lookup. So we move across the list and then find whatever we are looking for. So similar to the VLOOKUP, let's go back and see. So say we want to know, I'm thinking here, trying to find what I can use. Let me see, what can we use? Want to know, say I want to know the delivery info. Let's try it here. Let me just try it here first. So go to formulas, lookup and reference. Then we're going to look for HLookup. There is HLookup, the horizontal lookup. So what is the lookup value? This is a value to be found in the first row of the table. That can be the value, a reference, or a text, or a text string. So the thing that you're going to find in the first row. Initially, we're looking for something we're going to find in the first column. Right now, we want something that we're going to find in the first row. So what are we going to look for in the first row? Say we're going to look for. Sorry?
Fulgence, you're breaking. You're breaking.
Again.
You broke.
Yeah, you broke. Can you start on the H? Can you restart the HLookup channel?
Hata siko nimeanza. So we come to formulas, lookup and reference.
No, like the explanation behind it.
Or the explanation behind it. So for the VLOOKUP, we are looking for the value in the first column. The value we are looking for, the lookup value that we are having, when we go to the table array, we look for it in the first column. It has to be in the first column. That's what, once we find it in the first column, we move sideways to look for the value in column number 7. We go down and then to the right. Down, then to the right. For HLookup, we go to the right and then down. Tuko pamoja? We go to the right and then down. That is the horizontal lookup.
This VLOOKUP you're explaining about the HLookup. The HLookup.
Let me restart. VLOOKUP, whatever you're looking for, the lookup value, we look for it down the row, down the column. Once you find it down the column, the value return is looked for across the row. That is VLOOKUP. You go down the column, then the value is in column 8, we go across the row to that column. HLookup, we go across a row first, look for what we want a balance. Then which row number we're looking for it, we go down the column. You get the difference? If you're looking for invoice number 298, we first look for it in a column, in the first column. We go look for it in the first column. And we go to the first column, we found it. What are we bringing back? Something in column 8 or column 7. We have to go across to look for the value you're going to send back. If it's in column 7, it is Fulgence. If it's column 8, it is the amount. That is VLOOKUP. HLookup is the direct or is the exact opposite. Instead of going to the first column, we go to the first row. Go look for the rep, and then you go down to row number 13. Let's say row number 13. Then give me what's in row number 13. Or the 13th rep to that matter. I wanted to use, let me use a simple one to get it to understand it easily. Can you all see sheet 3? What I've pasted in sheet 3? Can you all see this sheet 3? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
So I want to use this to explain because it's a smaller list. Let's use this to explain this to make it easy. VLOOKUP, we go down the list and then find something in a column towards the right. HLOOKUP, we go across the list towards the right of the list. Once we find the value we want, we go down the list to find whatever you're sending back. Sawa sawa? So let's say I have this here. Let me move it towards the right. Let me just move it towards the right so that it doesn't confuse you guys. So I have the 91 to 120 days. So what I want to do is let me just put 3 of them. Maybe I can just paste 3 of them. I want to get the values for these 3. So I want to use the HLOOKUP with these 3. So we come to the formulas tab, lookup and reference, HLOOKUP. So what is Excel going to look for? I tell it the lookup value. So I want Excel to go look for 31 to 60 days. That is J1. Where is it going to find 31 to 60 days? You're going to find 31 to 60 days in this group of cells from A to H. You can select the small, because it's a small set, because so you can just select everything. You can just select the whole row. But instead of, now you can see the difference. Instead of row index, instead of column index number as we had in VLOOKUP, now we have row index number. So which row number do you want me to bring you back? Like once I find the value in J1, that is 31 to 60 days. Which row do you want me to give you back? I want the row for 3rd of November 2020. So 3rd of November 2020 is row number 1, 2, 3, 4. So I come type 4 here. And I want an exact match. Then click OK. I want you to note a difference. The way the data in VLOOKUP is arranged is different from the way the data in HLOOKUP is arranged. Have you noted that? It depends on how you have arranged your data. This is arranged differently from the way this data is arranged. That's why we're using the HLOOKUP. So if you wanted to find the value for, I don't know how to read value numbers without columns, yeah, commas. So if you wanted to find the value for all invoices 31 to 60 days, and your data is arranged in this manner, that is, you use the HLOOKUP, just a horizontal lookup. Same to the VLOOKUP, but just slightly different from the way it is looking for values. You clear? Tuko pamoja hapo? Anybody? Let's say that is all done. Let us go to the next thing then.